What's going on, everyone? You made it through the middle of the week, so it's already time for some juicy VR news. In this video, we'll be covering some game updates, including Bonelab, many more game updates, a few more of other things, and of course, game releases of the week. Let's get straight into it. I know so many people are excited for Bonelab, which will be released this year. Stress Level Zero, Bonelab's game developer, said in a tweet that Bonelab is now playable from the logo to credits, and they are polishing the game as well as fixing bugs. Bonelab is arguably the most anticipated game release for 2022. Bonelab is a sequel to the popular physics-based action-adventure game, Boneworks. This game is expected to set the new standard for physical integration in VR games. Even though Boneworks is only available through PCVR, Bonelabs will be released on PCVR, Quest 2, and PSVR 2 later down the line. Since they are in the final stages of releasing this game, I don't see any reason why they wouldn't be able to make the expected timeline of 2022 release. I'm also super excited for this game, and I'll keep you posted if I hear something more as the game gets closer and closer to release. Sticking with the topic of games, let's talk about Red Matter 2. I'm going to be playing the Red Matter 2 technical showcase video where they go through the graphics of the game. The developer of the game stated that Red Matter 2 will be the best graphics on mobile VR to date. So obviously they are super confident of the graphic design of the game, which will be running on Quest 2, and you guys already know that Quest 2 games usually don't have the best graphics. The game is aiming for realistic graphic design by focusing on the tiny details such as lighting, reflections, shadows, and particles. So what's your take on Red Matter 2? Are you gonna get it? Are you excited? Will this game claim the title of having the best graphics on Quest 2? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. This game will be released on August 19th, so we'll have to see all of what they claim. Steven Totillo over at Axios tweeted that Ubisoft has canceled the game production of Splinter Cell VR, Ghost Recon Frontline, as well as 2 more unannounced games. I was super excited for Splinter Cell VR, and Ghost Recon would have been an amazing game too, as it was supposed to be a battle royale style game. Splinter Cell VR was announced back in 2020 at Facebook Connect alongside Assassin's Creed VR. Thankfully, Assassin's Creed VR is still in development, so at least not all games were canceled. The reason they canceled the game was due to the company adapting to current economic uncertainties by cost cutting. Are you glad at least Assassin's Creed is still coming out, or were you mostly looking forward to Splinter Cell or Ghost Recon? I think all of those games would have been amazingly produced, so I'm definitely sad about the news. Next story is regarding Horizon Worlds. I know not everyone watching has access to Horizon Worlds. Meta, please release it to more countries. But they will be introducing a new content rating system for mature audiences. So Meta has defined their version of mature content, which are content that is sexually suggestive, worlds dedicated to the core use of drugs or gambling, and intense, violent, fictional content. So recently I had a comment or seen other comments about adults having to play with younger VR players, so this might help those that have a bigger age gap to play with those closer in age. Personally, I think this is a good feature to be added, and I like that Meta is allowing us to explore content that covers different areas of audiences. Do you guys know what July 20th was? Yes, of course, it was National Moon Day to celebrate the moon landing back in 1969. Soon, NASA will be launching its Artemis program, which will send the first woman and person of color to the moon. To celebrate this, there will be a live stream available within venues in Horizon Worlds. Meta released Expand, which is the latest installment of Space Explorers. If you're interested, you can watch it free on Oculus TV or Space Explorers app on Oculus Store. Alright, let's get into this week's game releases. First is Moss Book 2. I know a lot of people were excited about this game and it's finally here. Just browsing around Twitter, I saw a lot of people who enjoy this game, so if you're looking for a high quality VR puzzle adventure game, Moss Book 2 will be a good one for you to play. Next we have Mescaform Hill, The Missing Five. This game is an animated experience from Edward Madojemu's webcomic. The Missing Five is a detective thriller that explores some of Nigeria's superstition while also examining the nuances of joys, trials, and hardships of life in the African country. Well, that's it for the games and the video. If you want to know more about release or upcoming games, I'll leave a link in the description that talks about 30 new VR games. Also, don't forget about the giveaway I'm hosting until July 31st, link in the description. Well, thank you for watching and I hope you learned something new.